What's up, traders? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button because today we witnessed absolutely insane market action. We're talking about stocks moving hundreds of % in a single day. I'm not exaggerating. TPC just skyrocketed plus 364%. THIR, TY64. That's not a typo. We also saw JEM absolutely crush it with a 255% rally. And LGCL breaking through with a 113% gain. But it wasn't all green out there. We also had some absolute bloodbaths. TC got absolutely destroyed. Down 67%. Brutal. So if you want to understand what happened today and what to watch for tomorrow, stick around because we're breaking down every single move, every catalyst, and every key level you need to know about. Alright, let's set the scene for June 30th, 2026. Today was absolutely wild. We're seeing a tale of two markets here. Massive momentum plays absolutely exploding while established names and companies dealing with corporate events are getting absolutely hammered. Volume is everywhere. We're seeing relative volume at 2x, 3x normal levels on some of these names. That tells us retail is engaged. Institutional money is moving. And this is a day we're definitely going to remember. The market is showing extreme bifurcation. Micro caps and penny stocks are absolutely ripping while mid-cap plays are getting sold hard. This is the kind of environment where you can see 300 to 400% moves if you're in the right name, at the right time. But you can also get wiped out just as fast if you're not paying attention. Let's dive into exactly what happened with each of these stocks. Start with the absolute monster move of the day. TPC. That's Tutor Perini. Up a staggering 364.6%. Closing at $82.97 on about 1.5 million shares of volume. Now, the relative volume here is 1.0x. Which means this is more of an institutional momentum play rather than retail panic buying. Looking at the news, we've got conflicting headlines here. There's chatter about it being a momentum stock. Comparisons to a stock tutor narrative. Based on the 50% retracement. Next up, JEM. 707 Cayman Holdings. Absolutely went ballistic with a plus 255.6% surge. Trading at $3.84 on absolutely insane volume. We're talking 104 million shares traded. That's 1.0x relative volume. So this is genuine accumulation. Not a panic move. The catalyst here is an executive director appointment in Hong Kong. Plus some consumer discretionary sector momentum from Monday's aftermath. Zone as potential pullback areas. Number 3. LGCL. Lucas GC. Rallying plus 113.7% to $1.82 on massive volume. We're talking 145 million shares traded at 2.0x relative volume. This one has a very specific catalyst. Shares halted on a circuit breaker to the upside. Then resumed trading. When you get a trading halt like this, it's usually because the move is so violent that the exchange needs to pause and let things settle. The N. Push to $2.50 or higher. Moving to number 4. BIYA. Up a solid 90.2% at $0.536 on absolutely incredible volume. 794 million shares traded. That's 2.0x relative volume on what appears to be a penny stock. The news here is pretty scattered. Mentions of 52-week lows. Culinary arts school news. And Sprott dividend news. This smells like a short squeeze or a massive washout followed by a reversal. When you see this kind of volume on TCH for resistance at $0.65, $0.75. And finally, YOOV. Concord International. Up 84.8% at $0.713 on 103 million shares. 2.0x relative volume. Another trading halt story. Shares halted on circuit breaker. Resumed trading. Now we're seeing the continuation. This is a textbook squeeze pattern. When you get these halts followed by volume spikes, it usually means institutions are fighting each other for liquidity. The $0.713 level is talk about the carnage. The top loser today is $TC. That's an Asian ADR. Absolutely decimated. Down 67.7% to $2.59 on 5.1 million shares. The news is literally just repetition about Asian equities traded as ADRs. This is brutal and tells me there's no real catalyst. Just pure selling pressure and probably forced liquidations. This is a name that could bounce hard tomorrow if we get any stabilization. But it's also the kind of move. Honestly, this could go lower. Number 2 loser. $SOC. Sable Offshore. Down 56.1% to $3.06 on massive volume. 191 million shares. This one has a clear catalyst. The company announced $400 million offering through stock and convertible securities. When you see this kind of dilution announcement, it absolutely kills the stock price. Investors hate dilution. The $3.06 level is probably washout territory. We could see this bounce too. The $2.50 level as potential support. Third, UPC. Down 50.3% to $6.05 on 1.28 million shares. The news here is super vague. Just appears on a top decliners list with no real catalyst. This smells like a sector rotation or a name that got caught up in broader selling. The $6.05 level is probably support, with the next level being $5.00. This could be a recovery candidate if the sector stabilizes. Number 4. EHGO. E shall go. Candidate if the sector stabilizes. Number 4. EHGO. E shall go Inc. Absolutely crushed, down 49.4% to $1.35 on 2.35 million shares. Here's the catalyst. They announced $750,000 registered direct offering. Again, it's dilution that's killing the stock. This is a microcap that just priced shares at levels way below where current shareholders wanted to see them. The stock is probably going to get beaten down more, especially with ING. Watch support at $0.90, $1.00. And finally, $BES. Beasley. Down 42.7% to $7.939 on 1.93 million shares. The news mentions Beasley shifting narrative with Zurich and some comparisons to other companies. This smells like there was a major announcement or institutional downgrade today. The fact that the narrative is shifting suggests this was an unexpected development. The $7.939 level is broken support. Watch for support at $6. Here's what I'm watching for tomorrow. First, watch those TPC levels. If we get a pullback, the $60, $65 zone could be absolutely critical. A bounce from there could mean another leg up. Second, keep your eyes on JEM and LGCL for potential profit taking at $4.20, $4.50. and $2.00, $2.30 respectively. If they hold above those levels, we could see continuation. Third, I'm very interested in whether $BIYA and $YOOV maintain their support levels. If they do and we see volume stay elevated, these could be continuation plays. On the losers side, here's the opportunity. $TC, $SOC, and $EHGO could be absolutely brutal. But they could also be violent, oversold bounces. If any of these get stabilization news tomorrow, they could rip 20 to 30% easily. And finally, keep an eye on the broader market. If we're seeing this kind of bifurcation, massive rallies in micro caps while established names get crushed, that's a rotation. That's institutional money reallocating. If that rotation continues, we could see more of the same tomorrow. If it reverses, you might see a complete flip in momentum. Every day after market close, we break down the top gainers and losers so you never miss a major move. Subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified the moment we publish. Tomorrow we will cover a brand new set of movers. See you then. If you want more detailed analysis, real-time alerts on these kinds of moves, and access to our trading community, head over to tdvw.com. We've got everything you need to stay ahead of the market. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow with another market recap.